Set for race number 5 from Redshores at Charlottetown this afternoon as the horses swing in behind the Metro Home Building Center starting gate. Vance Cameron, take it away.
Twinbee Shadow, Meadowland Bobcat, Sanchez Blue Chip, Cougar Gal, Ultimately Handsome, Sarcastic, Caught Fooling Around. 5th race, top of the stretch. They're approaching a start. The rough end pacing, Caught Fooling Around from the far outside towards the rail. Ultimately Handsome between horses. That's Sarcastic into the turn. 4th up the rail is Twinbee Shadow to 3 high at the 8th ball. Back into 5th, Sanchez Blue Chip with Meadowland Bobcat. Then the trailer Cougar Gal to the backstretch they go. Sarcastic on the outside, trying to clear for Barrio, and will. Ultimately Handsome is second, and the Blue Knight says give and go time with the Maritime Magic Man up front, and Ultimately Handsome going back on to the lead. 28 and 3 opened it up. Second is Sarcastic, Caught Fooling Around third. Twinbee Shadow 4th, then in 5th. Sanchez Blue Chip. Meadowland Bobcat is 6th, trailing the field. That's Cougar Gal down the stretch for time 1. Arriving at that opening half-mile next. Ultimately Handsome, the midway point leader. Sarcastic is 2nd. Caught Fooling Around 3rd. Twinbee Shadow is there 4th and eyeing the outside. 5th into the turn, Sanchez Blue Chip. Then 6th is Meadowland Bobcat. Cougar Gal is 7th, 59 seconds flat was the half. To the backstretch they go. Ultimately Handsome clear by 2. Sarcastic is 2nd. Twinbee Shadow now takes over 3rd. Back to 4th is Caught Fooling Around. Meadowland Bobcat on the outside 5th. 6th is Sanchez Blue Chip. Cougar Gal trailing the field 3/4 in 1. 28 in 1. Down to an 8th to go. Ultimately Handsome by 2.5. Sarcastic is all out 2nd. Twinbee Shadow 3rd. Back into 4th. Meadowland Bobcat. They're in deep stretch now. It's Ultimately Handsome. Twinbee Shadow. Sarcastic. Ultimately Handsome for the Blue Knight. Jason Hughes. 2nd Twinbee Shadow. 3rd is Sarcastic in 1. 58 and 2.
Okay, going to get a look at the replay here for race number 5 this afternoon. And again, we had another 3-wide battler, second of the day up into that quarter with the 5 Ultimately Handsome, the 6 Sarcastic, and the 7 Caught Fooling Around, wanting the front end. Jill got there slightly with Sarcastic. He had a brief lead, but again, Jason was able to right line and get to the front. 28 and 3. 59, 128 and 1. He pretty much controlled it right from that point on, and he was a winner here today. 158 and 2. Twinbee Shadow rallies up for 2nd. Sarcastic will finish 3rd here. So we're looking at a 5-1-6 in race number 5 at Red Shores.
Ultimately Handsome arriving at the race 5 winner's circle, facing Brown Gelding 6 by Western Paradise from the Shore Patrol Dam on Patrol Finesse. Home of the Ultimate Stable of Greater Lakeburn, New Brunswick, trained by Sifwa Melanson. Jason Hughes, the winning driver, in 1:58 and 2. That's an owning and a training double here on Saturday at the driving park. Ultimately Handsome, 1:58 and 2. Here's the official results in race 5. Twinbee Shadow was second, Meadowland Bobcat fourth, Sanchez Blue Chip sixth, Cougar Gal fifth. Ultimately Handsome, the race winner. Starcastic third, Caught Foolin' Around seventh. They went 28 and 3, 59, 128 and 1, and the mile 158 and 2. From the top, your program reads 2465137. Ultimately Handsome 440. The Exactor $23, Triactor $43.90, and the Superfactor $149.90.
On behalf of the Redshores team, we'd like to thank our live race sponsors, Results Marketing, Wine Kits in Charlottetown, Belvedere Golf and Country Club, Playwise, and Syntrack Print and Graphic Design. We'd also like to thank HPIBet.com, Ocean 100, Hot 105.5, and Meridian Farms for their sponsorship support this live harness racing season.
On today's sixth race post parade, number 1 Beach Cloud, owned by Donald McRae of Vernon Bridge, Jason Hughes, training and driving. Shadows in Town, number 2, owned by Jamie Kennedy of Charlottetown, the trainer driver Kenny Arsenal. Three, Dangle on a Dime, Donnie McNeil of New Haven, the owner, trainer, and the driver. 4 is Rockstar Drums, owned by Bill Kinney of Hunter River, trained by Vaughn Doyle. The driver is Corey McPherson. 5, Lincoln Sealster, owned by Jody Lynn Matheson of Charlottetown, trained by Jackie Matheson, Jill's Burial. 'Smart Official, number 6, owned by Peter Lanigan and Sandra Stead of Montague, Peter training and driving. 7, Mayhem Man, owned by Mary Jean and Jay Noy of Pleasant Valley, trained by Jay Noy, Kenny Murphy in the sulky. 5 minutes wagering time On the 6th, Peter takes us through fabulous 50-plus days.
Yes, Vince, thank you. Get your Rewards Club card and take advantage of our new point system. You can play your promotional points or redeem your points for great items. Reward Club members, you can also get into some exciting prize draws and promotions. Tuesdays is Fabulous 50-plus day. Rewards Club members can use their cards and receive a 25% discount at our restaurant, so you can get signed up for your new Rewards Club card at the rewards desk here in Charlottetown or in Summerside. Okay, if you're looking for your 50-50 tickets this afternoon, Gail is back in the top of the park. Gail with the PEI Standardbred Horse Owners Association. Last call for 50-50s in the top of the park. Working on race number 6 here this afternoon at Redshores in Charlottetown. It is the start of the Pick 5 inside the front cover of your program today. You have 4 minutes to get it in here. We did have a winner on Thursday night, so we're hoping for another here this afternoon. Here is the 3, Dangle on a Dime for Donnie McNeil. Donnie owns and Train's going to drive here this afternoon as well. Get back to that start on September 30th in Summerside, the Joe O'Brien Grassroots, where Donnie got this horse to the front and was a winner. 2 minutes and 4/5 closed it out in 30. Since then, won on October the 6th, made the break here, finished 7th, and then came back in the latest on October the 13th, left from 6th, finished pretty good 3rd, and only beaten a length and a half. 2 minutes and 2/5 Charter Trip closed it out 30 and 1. Gringo Star, Lincoln Sealster 1-2. Dangle on a Dime right with them, finishing 3rd last time out. Gets the 3-hole for Donnie today, 5-1.
My very first time visiting Prince Edward Island, we took the ferry. I remember the excitement of breaking away from the mainland. That never left me the whole time we were there. It felt like a real adventure. Naturally, I keep coming back, and so does that very same feeling the moment I get on the PEI ferry.
Okay, 2 to go here before race number 6, and here is Lincoln Sealster, very consistent of late. You can see was a winner 3 back on September 22nd, got it done. 2 minutes and 4/5 for Ronnie Matheson on that day. Came back on the 6th out of the 7-hole and raced very well. From the 7-hole was 3rd, just beaten a length and a quarter, charted 59 and 2 to Desired Treasure. And then last time out, went to the front for Barrio and was collared late to Gringo Star, who came flying late to get Lincoln Sealster at the wire. But Lincoln Sealster a good second, charted 2 minutes and 2/5. So a first, a second, and a third the last 3 times out. Looking to get another top 3 here today for Jill. Lincoln Sealster, even money. Here's the 2 shadows in town here for Kenny Arsenal this afternoon. James Kennedy is the owner. Kenny trains, and Kenny's going to drive here this afternoon. This horse was a winner. You go 3 back September 15th at that 7:01 level off the rail. A going away winner by 4 and change, 58 and 1 the mile. Nice win, closed it out 29 and 2. Came back on the 22nd a week later and was a bang-up second to Lincoln Sealster, who he'll face here again today. Was Shadows in Town, a good second, charted 2 minutes and 4/5. And then the last one, you can see, had the outside post 8, ended up 5th on the edges, 2, 1, and 4. Closed it out 30 and 3. Track was off a second on that day. So moves from the 8-hole to the 2-hole here this afternoon. Kenny's going to drive. You see scoring down here. Shadows in Town is 2-1.